That was unbelievable. So scores dropping then. Matty Holzman sneaking into first position with that last barrel he got. Getting through, and Jacob Vanderveld in second. So
nice stuff, guys. That was a great heat to watch. I mean, I feel really sorry for Sergio and D. Phil because they both had the capability of advancing in that heat, and they're both really good riders. And just seeing Sergio going that hard and not getting rewarded by getting a score, it's unfortunate, very unfortunate. But yeah, to me, Sergio is like the next Galemi. I mean, I've watched stuff from Galemi when Galemi was like 18 years old, and he's going big at pipe, like going as hard as what he can, and similar kind of styles, really go for it kind of style, like hitting stuff with full force and going big as he kind of can.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's trying to break through in the big stuff, and this is a good test for him now. And you got to that's the thing, you got to get used to these sort of waves, because the tour is designed now for at these sort of locations and in these sort of waves.
Yeah, it's not just about kind of groveling 2-foot waves. We're all centered around heavy slabby waves. I mean, you saw the Canary Islands event and at El Fronton, like that stuff just scared me. I mean, I was out there for that competition, and to be completely honest with you, like I was scared. I was packing.
Yeah, it was.
Should I say it?
It's such a heavy wave.
I can't really say that. It's swearing, but I was packing it. It was heavy. It was heavy.
Mate, there's kids at school watching this.
Oh, right? sorry, kiddies.
Look.
Okay.
Go and have a coffee, Ben. Relax. Do some yoga.
Righto.
Go and get some physiotherapy done.
Yeah.
And
what about psychology? Should I get
study the rest of the day.
Bit of evaluation on the head. All right.
And good luck tomorrow.
Good luck to everyone out there watching, and see you all later.
Thank you, Ben. So in this next heat here, we got George Coloma, Hayato and Koriro from Japan, another Japanese fellow rider, and Joshua Cleve from South Africa, who advanced through from that other round, and Eddie Reid from UK, who got a cracker in his last one. And with me in the hot seat again is the local famous Hawaiian man, Conor McGee.
What up, what up, what up? How you doing today, Alex? How amazing this is right now. Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
Man, that last wave of that last heat was just excruciatingly painful to watch. I'm like,
He's going to have sore ribs tonight.
Yeah,
Sergio.
He's going to have sore everything after that wave. I was hoping he'd have made that wave. That was a potential 10. I jumped over here to watch the replay when you and Benny were looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that could have been the wave of the contest so far had he made that. But I've been saying all day with the live commentary that it looks so much easier and better than it actually is, because the trade winds have kicked up so much. Rather than having like a side chop on the wave or on the bottom, it's actually like an actual wave.
Yeah.
It's actually tall enough that like people they're like running into it.
So guys that are drawing their line, they got to sort of negotiate that as well.
Yeah,
now,
like you gotta. The thing is, you have to get the high line from the beginning, and then you have to negotiate before you hit that bump.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just unavoidable. And that's what we've been saying for the past 2 days, that the competitors need to get that high line quick, so that anything that happens on the bottom there, they'll get away from, and they'll make a lot of the waves that they're just basically riding right around the barrel because they just didn't turn early enough.
Yeah, and you don't have time for that. Like that's so critical. That first, your bottom turn is the most critical thing of bodyboarding here at Pipeline. It sets the whole wave up.
And it's actually not even a real bottom turn. I just call it sticking it. Yeah, like you just take off and you set your inside elbow and you get that board going in an angle. And what happens is you actually slide down the face of the wave.
With it,
And then
momentum.
Because your elbow's already buried into that rail that's buried into the face of the wave, when you get to the bottom, it pops you back up in there. But if you don't get that elbow down off the takeoff, you're not going to have very much luck. And you can tell the more seasoned competitors out there that are doing that and are getting the sick waves.
That's right. And then we've seen some
look at this one. Look at this one.
We've got an empty here just coming through first reef.
Wow.
Little West there sort of went a bit fluffy on the
No, that was a good no-go.
Yeah.
Because he was behind it. And I don't know if they can tell on the internet, but from here watching it live, there's a bump that actually pushed out right where he was, what we call that warble. And if you're too far behind that warble, there's no point. He'll end up exploding off the bottom for sure.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is good knowledge here for all your viewers at home. Conor McGee,
look at this
seasoned Pipeline veteran.
Wow.
Look at this thing at backdoor.
I don't go very often, but I may would have, probably not. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm a pipe guy, not a backdoor guy. Backdoor, she beats me up every time I go right. I get lucky here and there, but she wins more than not.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen many backdoor ones today because it's supposed to be
so west.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like I said, the ones that you do see are either going to be amazingly good or amazingly bad.
And if you do go one, guaranteed you're not paddling back
no,
out.
No, and well, perfect example was that earlier heat. A good friend of mine, Bud Miyamoto from Kauai, went right, and it just frothed it out. It was just all souped out, and he actually kicked out and ended up right in the heart of the zone for the next set, which was like 10, 12 feet on first reef. Look at yellow. Oh,
The
nice.
South African, Joshua Cleve, the South African.
Nice, and that's the line we've been talking about. Right, on waves that are a little more open and easier to make, you come off the bottom a little later.
Yeah.
Right, where other ones you get in real early. So there's a lot of wave knowledge, riding ability that comes into play. Here's the replay.
Talking
See
through
right
the
here,
replay
nice. Comes off the bottom, but see, he doesn't go all the way to the bottom. He goes down far enough and then ekes his way back up.
there. Got a good rail in and, yeah.
Right where he set that rail, the people who are not doing it properly are actually going right past that point. And a split second past that point is still too much.
That's right, and it's so dangerous. You cop a lip to the head or anything like that.
Lip to the head, a chop to the back, you name it, a guillotine. There's a variety of things that could happen.
Yeah, there's been some beatdowns.
It's that split second decision when to make that turn or not, and if you don't do it in time, you know, we've seen the results already. What happens when they don't do it right? You know, some are non-eventful where they just go right around the section, and the other guys just get hammered.
And that's right. And all the viewers that are watching this that aren't too experienced or not up to basis with the knowledge of this is pipeline, this might look like a beach break, but it's actually reef. It's like
it's all reef right
all
now.
reef out there. So it's only a meter or so deep, and it's so
Yeah,
heavy. And
if even that. It's literally, for you people out there, just to kind of visualize it, just stand up and imagine the roof of your house falling on you, okay, and you're in waist or chest deep water, and that's only a 10-foot face. Oh, look at that!
Oh, that thing was incredible.
Oh,
what happened in there?
He got caught in all that chop up on the wave from these trade winds.
Yeah.
He came off the bottom, and he needed a little boost from the wave,
That's
just
right.
a little.
You can
and
see that
I
shock
didn't
wave
get
in
it.
there,
You
and
need
it
a little shock wave to push him out.
Yeah.
What possibly happened, like Jude is saying right now, it was so hollow, he probably got sucked back in. So here he already has a certain, do you see all that wave chop on it? It's too long off the bottom. Now he's here, and then he's slowing down, and see this warble? That warble moving right across the wave. So had he turned a little bit earlier, he would have been right on the warble, and the warble would have pushed him through.
Could have sort of rode the warble through out of the barrel there.
So it's like when you're downwind surfing or canoe paddling in open ocean, when you're riding the peak of the wave, you have tons of power. Oh, look at nice.
Nice cover up there for our man from the UK.
Nice. So what happens is you ride the chop and you get a lot of speed, but then when you're going up the back of the chop, you go exactly the opposite. So, like you slow down or you go backwards, and that's what happens when you're riding behind a warble. Here we go. We got white up.
Japanese.
Just in and out.
Hayato.
And so once you're behind that warble, you just slow down and you lose all your speed.
That's right. Okay, a little situation update here. We got 11 minutes remaining, sorry, with Joshua in first, George Clomer in second, and still waiting for Eddie Reid's score to drop in blue, but I'm sure that'll move him up into first or second with that barrel he got. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
not by much, considering.
Not by much, yeah.
You know, the waves are so good right now, but the scores are so low because although they're really good and what we're seeing looks like perfection, when you're out there, it's actually hard to be in the right place. So getting the proper wave that makes it what we call buttery or you know, somewhat easier to make is actually not that easy to find.
Yeah, that's right.
Here we go. Look at this. On the other hand, is a sick inside wave.
Oh, wow.
Oh, if he gets up high enough, this is going to be a beautiful wave.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's going to keep him in first place.
South African. Doing it for the South African team on the beach.
Sick.
That was a sick barrel. That is pipeline, fellas. If you're all watching this at home, that was pipeline. That was beautiful. He rode that well, even pinched a little on him, and he managed to push through.
He came up high enough right at the end there.
We see on the replay there, it's already spat once. He's still in there.
He's still in there, and then hits the high line, and then gets spit out.
Yeah.
That's it.
You can see if he was lower, though, he probably
would not have made that.
Yeah.
Not at all. That was perfect.
He's stoked. He's thrown his board in the air.
Yeah,
Joshua Cleve,
he should be.
we heard
Judges are tough, but I agree. They gave him a 9 point for that from what we're hearing from the live commentary. I've seen a lot of good waves today. I haven't seen a 10 yet. Today has tons of potential for 10s, that's for sure. But at this point, we haven't seen anybody get any. Look at this little insider here. Another. This is, if you're in a competition and your first wave's a 1.6 or a 3.5, that's probably a wave you want to go on, because look at it. You just sit in there and then sit again, and it keeps going and going and going. And right here on the end, you just launch a little roll.
Finish off with a maneuver, and
Yep.
the judges, that's what they're looking for.
And that's the thing, like, people don't realize, they think because they have all this time and all these great waves that they got time to wait. It's a 20 minutes flies by. It's like seconds out there.
Yeah.
20 minutes is gone before you know it. And you're like, oh, now I need a 7.5 rather than a 1.65 to get through. So those little backup waves that you have are super crucial, especially if everybody else in the heat. It's all right if the heat winner's getting all the good waves. And if nobody else is, you want to make sure you're that one that has a decent backup. And look at this. Look at this is actually a good right too, Alex.
Yeah, a little paddle.
He's going to go left. He's going to have to get high, really, really high. That right was a better
just
wave
clamped
for sure.
on him there. Yeah, we could see. I think the option was to take the right. I think it was a better right.
But yeah, it was definitely a better right. But on this kind of day, it's the odds are way less than 50-50, bro. I'll go 80-20 on getting back out. Like getting back out at back door when it's like this. You know, how much time we got left? We got any idea?
Yeah, we got 8.5 minutes remaining.
So 8.5 minutes. If you tried to paddle out at back door right now after that wave, you probably use up a good 5 minutes of that, if not more. That's if you make it through back door. Most likely you won't, because now we got all the sets coming in at back door and off the wall. So then you spend the whole 8.5 minutes and you end up past the
heat's done.
You're done past the lifeguard tower down at Erukai.
Yeah. So quick update here. 8 minutes to go. Josh in first. Eddie Reed in second. George in third. He's needing only a .56. He's basically looking for a second scoring wave, and Hayato needs 2 scoring waves to get on the board here. He's
right. He's got a 1.4.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do.
And that's the thing. Like these little waves here, if you need a well, not this one here, actually, but a lot of the better inside waves, 1.4. You know, you get spit out of that wave. It's a 5.6, a 6.5 maybe.
That's right. Yeah.
And then depending on what you do after it, but it's definitely more than a 1.4, more than a 3.6, and more than a 4.15.
That's right, yeah.
Which basically every competitor except our first place leader, Joshua Cleve, needs. And I think everybody's so caught up with, oh my gosh, I need to get the biggest bomb, this, that, and whatnot, that they're not taking advantage of these smaller waves. This one here looks like a good job not to go on it. It's all frothy and all weird. But a few of those waves we've looked at so far in this heat, where they're in perfect position to go, nobody wanted to go.
That's right. Here we have a look here.
Maybe the back one,
Josh
a little deeper.
A look. Every time I look out, Connor, there's just sets up.
Another wave, another wave, another wave. And that's the thing, I think, as competitors looking at it, they're like, no, there's another one. There's going to be another one.
Yeah.
The thing is, the bigger ones aren't necessarily the better
ones. Yeah.
Because they push wide. You know, you get a 2-3 second head dip, where the other ones are just behind deep, getting spat out, doing a big punt because it's hitting the reef better. And the judges want to see that. Of course, everybody wants to see the bigger wave and the biggest barrel. But if the big wave's not barreling, you got to catch the ones that are.
That's right,
and you know, on days like this, there's a lot of that going on, and people are psyching themselves out and trying to get the biggest, gnarliest wave that they can. You know, a big wave like this, if you can catch it early enough, they can trim all the way across to that inside bow and get a really sick barrel. We'll see what this wave has in store for us.
He's got a lot of west in it. We'll see who's going to this one here.
See, it's all going all the way to yellow. Our heat leader, Joshua Cleve. Whoa!
Joshua Cleve. Oh, he's deep on this.
He's going to try. He's going to try. Give him the A for effort, bro. I'm all about that. That's good. Now he's screwed, though. Look at the sets behind.
Yeah, he's screwed.
Oh, and everybody is out of position now. See, this is the kind of big wave you want to catch.
Yeah.
That wave right there is beautiful, but everybody's out of position because they didn't think these sets are going to be that big. And when you're out there, it's totally unpredictable. You're not sure what's going to come in. This little wave right here, maybe not so much. Too much soup inside, I think. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that was a good no-go.
Yeah.
But had it been a little cleaner wave, they could have did a huge backflip or an arse or something like that. But
yeah. The go was that second one that no one went.
Yep.
That was the
one.
The better choice, but
actually the one that Cleve caught was the best one, except he was just too far.
Yeah, he was just too deep.
And the second one, everybody else was stuck in no man's land.
That's right, and I can see Seamus on the inside getting caught inside.
I was just gonna say, poor video guys.
Yeah.
Photogs are just getting killed in there.
Here we go, Eddie Reed taking a look at this
one
one
outside. He's got to take that long to come around with the wave bending out to sea like that, you miss everything. So he gets this right here, but he missed the best part of the scoring potential, which was that tight turn from the takeoff. Finishes it with a nice roller though. See if that wave lets him out. Ends up getting eaten up, and so that's what we're saying. That tight turn would have given him a barrel, plus the rest of the maneuvers, and that ending move there, which would have obviously gotten him a better score.
But he chose to draw it out. Too far. Missed that first. We'll see on the replay. You see this draw out here.
Here he should be turning already, and then he would be up, and he'd be sitting in that barrel now. Keep the high line, ride it all the way to the end, come out, right, and do a big reverse where all he did was a cutback. He needs to do a maneuver there.
Yeah.
Look at this. Another insider.
So there is action coming. We're looking at the horizon now, and there is wave after wave.
I'm sitting here, and I'm sweating just watching.
I've been sweating all morning, stinging to get out there.
Yeah, exactly. My stomach's all up in knots and everything, so I know it's good.
Yeah. And we heard you before on the commentary on the beach, egging them on.
Yeah.
Telling them that you got to go, guys. You got to go. You got to go these waves.
And the thing is, like I said, 20 minutes is not a lot of time, and you have 3 other guys in the water. I mean, if you got to get position, and when the good ones come, you have to go.
Yeah.
And if it's not so good, you have to make the most of it. Guys are making it through the heats with a combination 2-wave scores, 6s, 7s, and 8s.
Yeah.
When guys are getting that on one wave, so.
Yeah, the scale's so different. I mean, you can be getting 18s, 19s out here for sure.
Today's got that potential where somebody could definitely get 2 10s and have a perfect score of 20, right, and just be sitting pretty the whole time and not ever have. The only thing he's got to worry about is a tie.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna beat him. 2 perfect rides. Look at this.
Yeah, we've got 10 seconds away from some more action on the reef here. These guys are seeing them. They're paddling deep.
Yeah, look at them paddling with their heads down, like just trying to conserve their energy, because it's a lot of work. And getting out is actually the hardest part.
Getting out to the zone is so hard.
So gnarly.
You got to be so fit to surf these waves.
No, totally. And this current is literally ripping from all the way from rock piles all the way down. Here we go, Red.
George
This
Coloma.
is that little one we were talking about. Look at it. Look at how perfect that is.
Perfect.
That's better than the big waves where they're bottom turning and doing nothing.
And you get the ramp at the end.
Significantly better. This is what I was saying.
That's right,
Thank you, Red. Who's Red?
George Coloma.
George Coloma. Thank you for doing that, showing the people out in internet land what we're talking about. And, he's riding it all the way to these. Look at perfect. Sits in there. Right at the end, comes up high, sits in the barrel, lets it barrel over him more, and then comes out and do the rolo.
That's perfect.
Right? A lot of guys are where he stalled a little more. A lot of guys are already doing the maneuver there and then getting behind and wasting the rest of the wave. So that was a good job there for Jorge. That was awesome. Good job, Jorge.
So with
1:45 approximately left in his heat, we got a couple sets out the back here, Alex. Whoa, this could, with the heat as close as it is, Jorge
moves up in the second with a 10.25 total.
10.25. Oh, look at this one. We got yellow taking off. Another inside wave, Alex.
Oh, wow.
Look at this talking about. Look at this. Come on.
Oh,
that's it.
Perfect.
That was by far not a set, but look at how sick it was.
Yeah.
See?
That held up. It hit the reef perfect.
I venture this. Oh, that's definitely going to be better than his second wave score, which is a 5. And here we go.
He's still on this wave down here.
We got Blue taking off on the outside. Look at Blue.
In the blue, look at this.
Got to hang on. Ooh, a lot of warble going on in that wave. Again, a little bit too long off the bottom. We'll see here on the replay that bottom turn needs to be quicker. Watch where his bottom turn. He started hitting all that chop, so you start seeing almost the whole bottom of his board.
Yeah, he drew it out too far.
So that was Joshua Cleve is laughing. His wave was insane. Let's look here. This is, let's see.
So well,
40 left in the heat.
40 seconds remaining. Joshua Cleve's extending his lead with that beautiful barrel he got.
Oh, for sure.
And it's all up to second now between Eddie and Jorge are fighting for second.
Right, I believe Jorge is going to keep that because it doesn't look like Eddie has enough time to get back out there and get away. He's got 30 seconds and he's on the inside shoulder on the left still paddling out. So Jorge is a happy camper and used the proper strategy catching that inside wave there because it was sick. And look, Joshua, with a smaller wave than his first wave, got a 9.
That's right. I think, are you mic'd up to Jorge out there? Because I think he heard you saying that those little ones that hit the reef are the ones.
Jorge and Joshua both. They both caught the inside wave. And look, Jorge, I mean, Joshua's wave was an inside wave, but what people don't realize is it's doubling up on the first reef, so you can't actually tell how big it is until a competitor catches it. Like, look at that wave. It looks like here 4 to 6 foot Hawaiian style. But you get out there, those are 6 to 8, 10 foot waves. They're just all in first reef.
Yeah,
And you
that's
can't
right.
actually tell what the size is until you see a competitor on it. You see a competitor, you go, wow.